What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Art Shack. I hope you're all doing well today. Today I got a tutorial on how to draw tall grass. This tutorial is going to cover a couple different techniques on how to draw grass. It's going to be a combination of quickly drawing lines and then erasing some lines out for detail and then shading over those lines again to create more depth. So I started this off with a 2B pencil, and the way I got these streaks or lines was I took a very sharp tip pencil, and I mean very sharp. The sharper that pencil is, the better this will look. So with that sharp pencil, place it firmly down on the paper and flick it up to make a hair-like streak texture. As soon as you get that motion down, you can start layering these marks, and a really good way to do that is to make a slight arc to them and then vary the angle of that arc and also the direction. Create a little more interest and contrast between the lines. This will help create the illusion that the grass is blowing in the wind, and it creates a very neat effect. So to start showing the layers of the grass, you can see that I have the top portion done, and now I am working on another portion of grass underneath that. And I'm just doing the same basic movement with the pencil, but I'm making them larger this time to sort of blend them into the upper portion. And what you're going to start to see me do very quickly is with an eraser, a very fine tip eraser, is start to erase out some blades of grass that will be coming up from the very bottom and going through the top portion of the grass. Another pointer I should give you is to stagger the size of the lines as well. If you make some short and some longer, it'll also help to create a bit of contrast and interest within the drawing. Take a look at how I use the fine tip eraser and actually erase out some blades of grass, and then after that use a 2B pencil to shade in those areas around that to help make them pop a bit so that it'll show a lot more depth within the drawing. So with this basic foundation, you can really build out this grass in any direction that you like. If you wanted to extend it into the background, what you could do is on the top of the grass that you have here, just with the pencil marks, make them a lot smaller and then make them significantly smaller to a point that it's just a blended gray area, and this will help to show it receding into the background. Alright, so I got the basic grass structure to the way I wanted it, and what I started to do is I wanted to erase out a certain section of the grass, and then I used this fine needle point to start marking in some texture, and I put like a little shrub or plant in right here. It didn't really show up too well, but it just helped to create a little bit of variation in the drawing. Right here you're going to see me shading in that plant in a bit. So what that scratching did, it helped to keep that area that was scratched white, so that when you go over it again, you'll still see that white streak texture within the plant. It's a little neat effect. If you check out my last video, my little shading tutorial, I cover that in a little section of the video. It's the very last part, and I cover how to do that. And it's a pretty neat effect. It helps to create a lot of neat texture. Alright, so I wanted to create a little bit of interest within this little patch of grass that I was drawing. So what I decided to draw was like a little fence post, and I'm using a ruler to put that in. And I just quickly sketched it in. I'm going to be putting two of them in, one on each side. It's just a little thing to help give it a little more interest in the end result. So what I did was I shaded the one portion a lighter color or not color, shade, and the other area a little bit darker. And I eventually take the ruler again and start to create like a little wire, being suspended between the two of them, and it helped to create a little neat composition. Okay, so here I'm actually using the ruler, and notice how I'm using the pencil. I'm very jittery with it. What I wanted to do was create a very jagged line, or like a dotted line. I kind of want to make the wire appear as if it was glistening in the sunlight, which would kind of erase part of it out of the picture a little bit with the reflection coming off of it. And then I added a little lines going across it to make like it looked as if it was kind of barbed a bit, just to kind of give it a little visual interest. Alright, so this tutorial is being wrapped up, but the final touches I'm doing is just erasing a little bit where I put the fence posts, just to show a little contrast of where the blades of grass are going. So here's the final result. This tutorial was pretty simple to create, but it took me a while to learn how to actually draw the grass. So if you had trouble with this, I bet if you watch the video again and try it by yourself, you'll start to get it, because that's how I learned how to do it myself. Alright everyone, I'm going to leave you off with that. If you learned something from this, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Also subscribe. I'm going to try to release a video as often as I can, and I will see you all later. Take care.